dive in and have some fun talking about the craziest 2025 MLB foods. And let's go ahead. Let's get started here. Now, we get it takes a lot to put together a lot of this. So I try to fit as many kind of random ones as possible. The issue is like there's like some things that are in here. Like I omitted like the fancy burgers. Like there, unless it actually had some crazy ingredients, I left off like the burgers, and I left off like a lot of the kind of
dogs.
Like the hot dogs. Like we there, unless it like it was super kind of out there, I left them off. So don't expect like there was one cowboy burger or an outlaw burger that had like it was stacked super high, but it was just like a burger patty and some barbecue sauce. Like whatever. So if there's any that I miss on this as we're going through, we can always look it up on Twitter and we can see if we can track anything down that you thought should have made this list. So let's go ahead. Let's dive in and see what we have here with the MLB craziest foods. Let's get into it. First off, let's get it. The Houston.
No hot dogs.
Well, this one is a little bit out there. This one qualified as different. We have the Houston Daddy Mac Dog. There's my dyslexia going off. This is a foot-long Angus beef frank, chopped brisket, macaroni and cheese, barbecue sauce, and a crispy dill pickle. That's going to start us off.
That's not too far out there. Like mac and cheese on stuff has started to become more popular.
And how are we? Well, I guess we never figured out how are we rating these. Are we giving about a 5 out of 10? What are we rating this?
I kind of want to be like that one chef that like makes fun of other people on TikTok. It's like and like makes fun of them, but then at the end he's like 1 out of 10. I'd eat it.
1 out of 10
because I'm a disgusting person.
We'll probably do a lot of that. So the Daddy Mac Dog. Daddy chill on this one because I this one looks good. I mean, I'm giving this one probably a top rating. There's not a lot on this thing. I mean, do I like brisket? Yes. Do I like macaroni and cheese? Yes. I'll eat a hot dog. Hot dog's not my favorite food, but I'll eat it. And then you throw a pickle, barbecue. I mean, it fits. It fits. Ducky's like, get in my belly. I want your ratings in the chat, guys. I need your ratings out of 10 for all of these. I would go after this. I would get this. I would giving this a solid 7.7 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I like every ingredient on here for sure. I know some people aren't pickle people. I love pickles.
I love pickles.
I like that they're crispy pickles because a perfect dog. If you're gonna throw all these toppings on, you got to have like something crunchy on there, right? For texture. So I like that. I don't know how well a hot dog and brisket combo would work. I have concerns about that. I like them both, but like that pairing to me feels a little weird. Mac and cheese, barbecue sauce. I mean, I would absolutely eat and destroy this. I'd probably go like a 7.3, only because I have concerns on how the brisket and the beef frank pair together.
I mean, because the brisket's barbecue, so yeah, it's kind of almost like a barbecue hot dog.
Does the brisket get lost? Does the hot dog? The hot dog probably doesn't get lost because the hot dog has probably more flavor than brisket. I think the brisket gets lost in this a little.
I feel like it's hard for barbecue to get lost. Like there's plenty of things that could.
Well, you taste the barbecue sauce. I'm not saying the barbecue sauce you won't taste, but the brisket itself. Half of brisket fun is like the texture and the softness and moisture of it. But when you have a hot dog underneath it, then you have that snapped hot dog underneath that like takes away the meltiness of a good brisket.
Because I will say on this one that I do think that if there's a lot of people who try to go too crazy with the hot dog in the Major League Baseball, a lot of stadiums go too much, And I think they overdo it, and they do it with the wrong ingredients. They just get overcomplicated with it. I think this is perfect. I think this has all of the ingredients that you would want to have. And it feels like it makes sense. So I'm on board with this one. First off, the first one of the day. Winner. I think we got a winner.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. I do.
Let's go. All right, let's go to the next one. Or let's see, Riley. So the Sabres this season have been doing a themed topped hot dog for the opposing team. Here's one for the game Pittsburgh tomorrow. Footlong hot dog topped with pastrami, provolone, fries, slop. Hey! Joe Quills. Let's
hidden behind that graphic, but you're there.
There we go. There's Joe.
There it is.
Joe, welcome in. How are we doing? Shout out to Joe. Hope you enjoyed your stream. Welcome in, everybody.
That, Chris.
I'll let you. I should just let you take that away.
It's fine.
Go give Joe a follow.
Riley, that sounds pretty legit as well.
I'm just surprised they didn't put pierogies on it too.
I would eat it. I'm a big fan of like fries on like added on like almost anything. Like a California burrito with the fries in there. I'm all about it. Like it.
Oh, yep. You'd definitely be a big Pittsburgh guy because that's a staple there.
Well, I'd probably never go into Pittsburgh. What would I do there?
Watch your Chiefs lose to the Steelers. That's what.
Not this year's Steelers.
That's a
yeah. That's because we don't play them, obviously.
Or last year's Steelers. That game was over after the first quarter.
No, STG. Literally, this is the first thing we've looked at. We've been having some weird things happen on the show. But STG, you were just in time. Just give us a rating, guys, in the chat on this one. What do you got out of 10? I gave it a 7.7. Scotty gave it a 7.3. And that is where we are at.
All right.
Let's go. Out of 10. Out of 10. Diacola gives it a 7.
Don't panic. Not out of 100. STG, don't panic.
Yeah, it's a 7 out of 100. They hate.
We're getting very granular with this one. Next up, let's keep it in Houston, and we have the hot chicken loaded fries. Foot-long Angus beef frank. Oh, no, wait. No, sorry. No, wrong description. Wrong description.
I don't think chicken in there.
Sorry. Let me get the actual description. My bad.
Ban this guy.
I'm banned for this one.
But yeah, hot chicken loaded fries, I'd crush that. I don't know what
basically, it's French fries with hot, like a honey hot chicken on top, drizzled with some sauce and some different seasoning. So it's like hot chicken and fries. So that being said,
there's not more to it. Is there any cheese sauce on there? Any cheese sauce?
Let me double check and see if I can.
I mean, there's gotta be cheese on loaded fries. Like that has to be a staple.
Or even if it's not a sauce, you got some.
Let me make sure.
Shredded cheese on there.
Hold on.
I love hot chicken. Hot chicken's like one of my favorite things in the world. So, and I said I like fries mixed with other things. So I would destroy this. Now, I'd have to try the hot chicken because I'm a bit of a hot chicken snob, if that's possible. But I like all hot chicken, but there's definitely tiers.
Come on down to Nashville, then. We got you.
Yeah. I've heard Nashville's a good spot to go. Haven't been there, but maybe one day. This looks good. I would destroy this. Throw some brisket and macaroni and cheese on there, and with crispy dill pickles, as the description says. And I'm actually throw the crispy dill pickle thing on there.
Wait.
Game for that.
No. All right, so I got it here. Crispy, fresh cut French fries, fried chicken bites tossed in H-Town hot sauce, ranch, hot honey aioli, and green onions.
So
no cheese.
No cheese. Does that change?
Add cheese. Add cheese?
You can go to get a nachos.
You can't have loaded fries that doesn't have cheese.
Yeah, they lose points for that.
No
cheese.
STG. No cheese. 6.5. No cheese on this one. Nope. Sorry. It's basically honey hot.
And it was a honey aioli.
It was a
Is that
honey.
what you said?
It was an H-Town hot sauce ranch hot honey aioli.
Hot honey aioli, so like a hot honey mayo. Okay.
Yeah.
Never had a. I've had a lot of hot honey, just not in like a aioli form. But I'd do it. I'd eat it.
You get it? I think this is a solid 6.9, I would say.
Nice.
6.9. I would dig in on some of this. I think it's really I mean, I love spicy.
What would you do to this, Chris?
Oof. The things I would
you
do.
would do after your rating of 6.9. The things you would do.
You would add cheese to it. That's what you would do.
Oh, just that?
I mean, I would. Maybe I'd.
Gotta give him that hawk and spit on that.
Maybe. I don't know. Don't put it past me. What have we gone over so far? So far, we've had the Daddy Mac dog and some hot chicken loaded fries. But next, why are all these the same? Hold on. This isn't.
Yeah.
You
the descriptions.
The
Are all
descriptions.
going to be the same.
Everything is a hot dog with.
I didn't give a rating on this. If you add
Hold on.
cheese of some sort to these loaded fries, maybe throw in some like
I'm gonna fix this.
little bacon, little pieces of bacon.
Mm-hmm.
That's like an 8.4 for me. Without those two things, probably like a 7.1.
7.1.
So average of 7.
All right. I got those fixed.
But,
We're gonna do 113, 114. Download this. Boom, boom, boom. I'm gonna give you the full thing here. But no, I mean, I think for me, spicy goes a long way. Spicy goes a long way for me. It's my preference in food. Scotty, you love spicy too. So when it comes to spicy, I think that there's some value there. I think that gets bonus points.
We should do the Dave's Hot Reaper challenge on stream sometime.
Dave's Hot Reaper. What is that? What is that challenge?
I mean, it's not a challenge. It's just you have to sign a waiver or whatever. It's their hottest temperature. You just get a chicken tender, but it has the Reaper on it. I've seen people eat it like online. I've never had it. And it seems pretty legit as like ridiculously hot.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Is it harder than the last dab?
I don't know because I haven't had it, but the quantity that's on there and the fact that you have to eat a whole tender from Dave's, which you haven't been to Dave's, those are some large tendies. I don't know what sort of chickens they're finding, but they're finding the ones that are clearly on the juice.
All right.
Just like the baseballs that Shohei will hit.
I don't know if that updated, but either way, let's move on to the next one here. Let me make sure these other ones. Okay, I think we're back on track. Sorry, people. This didn't come through the way it was supposed to. All right, let's move on to.
No, it did not.
No,
Well,
That one did.
This one we're
That
good.
one
We'll see.
Go to KC. We're going to KC, and
And you got to go back to the other one.
we're gonna go back to the other
It's
one.
the star. Okay.
Don't worry. We'll make sure.
Blue velvet whoopie pies.
Blue Velvet Whoopie Pie is in, and actually, we're gonna go back to that one next. Don't worry. But the Blue Velvet Whoopie Pie is Whoopie Pies is a blue velvet cake and vanilla fluff that you can get in Kansas City. The Royals throwing this thing out there. We're going dessert early in this one. It seems simple, and I'm probably thinking it's expensive. I don't know why, but it just feels. I'm not as much of a sweets person when I go to games, so this one probably isn't going to be as big of a score for me on the scale.
It feels like it's gonna be like all sugar, like you're just consuming sugar in a different color and shape.
Yeah,
I don't think that would be very good.
I have concerns on price for the value of what you're getting, but would I take a bite? Yes. Would I need a whole thing? Probably not. But that's
just vanilla fluff. What does that even mean?
Is
that just whipped cream?
Like, have you ever heard of marshmallow fluff?
Maybe. But this looks more.
It's kind of like a cream.
Looks more like a frosting on the picture, but
it probably is, if we're being honest.
I'm not a sweets guy either. I mean, I like sweets, but like I'm more. I would much prefer salty and all that over sweet. So
yeah,
this one's not. I mean, I think it's just gimmicky with turning it blue. Otherwise, it's pretty basic. I probably wouldn't get that as even if I was getting a dessert. That probably wouldn't be my choice. But 6-2.
6-2. Okay.
Sure.
Okay, everything's fixed.
I got this one back. The Z-Man sandwich, also in Kansas City. It looks like it's $6, but for a single blue Hostess cake. Yeah, it's not my thing. I would give that like a 5-1 probably.
Like, I'm fine with sweet, but there is such a thing as too sweet. That probably jumps the line.
Yeah, it's just it can't do it. All right, let's get to the Z-Man sandwich.
I'll give it a 4 or 5.
Slow smoked beef brisket, smoked provolone, topped with 2 crispy onion rings on a toasted Kaiser roll. Sign me up.
Now, I listen. I think people probably read that and they're like, "That's who hasn't done that before." That sounds pretty basic. No, this is the Z-Man. This is from one of the best barbecue spots in Kansas City. Joe's.
Kansas City Joe's.
This place is legit. I've had several at least, a Z-Man sandwich, and they are delicious. My only concern is that, like, in the ballpark, is it gonna be the same quality as it is? Like, and to be fair, one of their OG spot is out of a gas station, Chris. That's how you know it's legit.
I've been there. It's fantastic.
Yeah. It's out of the line is out the door every day, and it's at a gas station. But this sandwich is delicious. I give it 10.
10. Oh, the first. The first.
I gotta rep my KC ties here, and that is one of the best things you can get in Kansas City is a Z-Man sandwich.
And 10s are. I mean, I don't even think last year we got as many 10s, but we have our first 10 of this season. And we got 10s in the chat. Chairman says a 10. SDG says a 10. Ducky 10. Diacola gave it a 9. She's a harsh critic. She's a harsh.
What do you give it, Chris?
How?
Are you giving it harsh?
No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, I'm going to give it a solid 9.3 out of 10. I think this is. I mean, that's a high score for me. I can be a tough critic at times. This is tough to give up a bad score for. So.
A whole lot better than that
KC
blue cake thing.
KC, yeah. So yeah, I fixed that as well. So we're good there. All right. So skip over. Back to business. Let's get to the Slugger Dog.
I think I saw this.
Slugger Dog. It looks a little interesting. I don't think the first of all, the eye appeal, the sex appeal of this thing. It's not there for me.
It looks like a chicken tender on a stick.
It's not there for me. So you're losing points on the presentation of it. But we got a chorizo topped with manchego, tempura batter, Doritos Cool Ranch crust, and avocado aioli. So a lot of interesting ingredients that I would like on by themselves are very good. Then you throw them all together on this stick, and I don't know.
I don't think I've ever had a chorizo that's not just like ground up chorizo.
Like
chorizo.
Yeah.
Like a sausage chorizo. I don't even know if I've ever had that before.
I didn't know it was a thing.
Yeah. I guess you can put anything in casing and make it a thing, right?
Yes.
But and I agree. I like all the things on here. But probably wouldn't get it unless I'm just like, I just want to try it to see what this actually tastes like. Yeah. But like I'd probably give it like a 6.7.
Like if I went to KC and I saw a line of more than 4 people for this thing, I would probably be like, I'm good. like I guess that's how I'm rating of some of these is the fact that like, would I wait in a long line to get it?
Why not put it? Why not put it in a bun? Why does that have to be on a stick?
Put it in a bun. Maybe that would work. Then you could, yeah, I think it's
the softness of a bun to kind of,
counteract,
level out the crunchiness of the Doritos Cool Ranch Tempura. I don't even know what manchego is, to be honest. Never heard
I don't know either.
Yeah, and even then, like chorizo's usually like it's good when it's mixed in with all kinds of things. It's not really great as a main part of a dish.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if I'm getting a breakfast burrito, oftentimes it's chorizo.
Oh yeah, it's always chorizo. Often. Always got to go chorizo. I need a dollar bill to scale. I think this is. It
does look a little small in the picture.
I think it's the size of a general corn dog. I would guess. Like if you're taking a general corn dog. All right, let's get a rating on this one.
You said 6.7.
I did say 6.7.
I would be a 6.1 on this one. 6.1. Brendan gives it a 10 in the chat. Brendan obviously loves what he sees.
Also, Piglet, explain what manchego is.
Spanish cheese.
Specifically, a semi-hard cheese from the milk of a manchego sheep.
Ooh, fancy.
Why? What are we doing here? Nobody even knows what that is. Why wouldn't you just use a normal cheese if you're going to use a cheese? I didn't think it had cheese on it.
I guess what's a manchego sheep? I mean, do I have to Google what a manchego sheep? It looks like a normal sheep. It looks like the regular sheep that you would see.
They're from Manchego.
Manchego is a breed of sheep native to La Mancha region of Spain.
That's why it's a Spanish cheese, Chris.
The Manchego is most famous for producing the milk that is used to produce
Manchego cheese?
Manchego cheese, I guess. I don't know.
Good job.
All right, let's move on. We've talked about this. Is it actually? Does it have 3 R's in the name? Is it Slugger?
Slugger.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think so because that's the mascot's name.
Yeah.
The mascot has like 500 R's in it.
Yeah, it's Slugger. It's on brand. It's on brand with the other things.
I try to not pay. I didn't even know that was it. I try not to pay attention to mascots. So.
Question: do these foods have costs associated with the description? I didn't find costs. And
they usually don't promote the cost when they're releasing. That's also items.
True.
Yes.
But yeah, come here and spend $500 on a single chorizo stick.
There were some. We did this last year. One of the highest rated things last year was actually a value pack of like all the stuff that you would normally get at a stadium, but for the fraction of the cost. I think it was like popcorn, hot dogs, soda, so on and so forth. And it was all like slashed to like 75% off or whatever. And it was thrown in. And that was one we highlighted last year that got almost perfect scores because people like to save that money, But yeah. I stayed away from that this year. It's not as fun. We already know the values there. Let's get to the next one. We are going to Boston. And we have the Corn Street Taco Box. Combination of pork carnitas, mango salsa, sliced red onion, and cilantro served over a corn tortilla. I mean, I guess the presentation. I mean, I would never know how you would serve street tacos in a ballpark. But they stepped up the presentation here. Like the presentation. The food doesn't look that good in the picture, though. If I'm being honest, it doesn't look great. It looks like leftovers from the previous day.
I wouldn't typically trust carnitas in a ballpark for whatever reason. I don't know why.
I do at least like that. As a picky eater, I do like how there's a lot of the stuff is kind of on the side in case you don't like it.
Yeah, that's true. You have the options.
I at least give props for that.
And Chairman, there is something to the complexity of eating the food that goes into the rating as well. So you're spot on there. This is a little more complicated.
I'm kind of with Chairman. Like if I'm at a ball game, I'm not trying to build my own taco. I'm as easy as they come. I want as little effort as possible to stick whatever into my mouth.
Yeah.
I want a hot dog with cheese. And
STG says 5.6. Guys, what are your ratings in here?
9 out of 10.
We got it. Brendan, 3.5 is a tough one there.
The board. I'm gonna go with 5.4.
5.4. I'm gonna go 5.9 from Diacola, 9.7 from Brendan. It just doesn't look great, and I wouldn't wait in line for this. This is probably a 4.7 for me. 4.7.
Who puts mango in a taco?
It's
no, mango salsa is a thing. Maybe not for no, that's a thing. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I hope they look.
Provides a nice sweetness.
I hope they look better. I mean, here's my issue with this. The photographers take the best pictures that they can take. If the best pictures look like this, what do you think the food looks like? So,
and do you think the people preparing this are gonna like having to like put everything in the box and like, let's get sour cream in the box now and the mango salsa and throw some jalapenos and 3 tots? Like, no.
Yeah,
I hate you for ordering.
Yeah. So, all right.
Also, is it and this is and it's a corn tortilla. See, I'm more of a flour guy, Chris.
Yeah.
I'm more a flour tortilla guy.
Agreed.
I mean, I can do corn and it's fine, but I like flour better.
Have you ever tried frying corn tortillas for taco shells?
Of course. This isn't my first year of life.
All right. So there we go. There's the corn street tacos. Let's go to the next one here. We're going to Pittsburgh. Where's Rec? Where's
Doc?
Doc at? We got the Polish Cannonball. We got I don't know.
Why? Scotty hates it already. Egg noodles, kielbasa, cabbage, bacon, cheddar cheese.
Yeah, egg noodles, kielbasa, cabbage, bacon, cheddar cheese, and herb crema dip.
None of that even sounds Polish. Egg noodle sounds
what?
Asian.
Why are egg noodles in there? To be honest, that's my biggest issue. Well, that and cabbage to me is like, why
it's
even?
Basically
not when you're looking at
egg roll.
Look at the size of these balls. When you're throwing I bet it's half cabbage.
It's yeah,
probably is half cabbage. You're right. it's basically an egg roll in spherical form.
I mean, STG says that's a 10 out of 10. It screams Pittsburgh. He loves it. Brendan's a 10.
10.
That's a no for me, dog, says Piglet. 2.1 from Deacle. My question is, how many do you get? Because why would you only put three? You only get 3. I don't know what you're paying for this to get
That's
3.
Not worth it.
That's 6 bites right there, and you're done.
What do you mean 6 bites?
Arguably, that's 3.
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of hard to tell if I'm putting one whole of those in my mouth. I'm probably not. I mean, I could. You could. I don't. I just think it's going to be mostly noodles and cabbage because those are the cheapest ingredients, and then they'll throw in a little bits of kielbasa and bacon and a little bit of cheddar cheese. And deep fry it. It doesn't make sense to me.
If I was familiar, I mean, me not being familiar with like food, I mean, Pittsburgh, y'all got some weird stuff going on out there, right? Like y'all got some weird shit happening out there with food. Maybe I'm just not used to it. Like I mean, some of you guys are like, yeah, all over this, and maybe it's just I'm just not. I haven't been exposed to it enough to think that this random assortment of stuff will blow me away. But I mean, I'd give it a try.
It's gotta be bigger or more bites, and then a little bit. And you can't go too heavy on the cabbage.
Yeah. So I guess I would give this with the number is throwing me off. It's very easy to eat in the stand, so I'll give it some points for being able to handheld, just easy to eat, dipping, easy.
That herb crema falls out of that basket on your way to your seat, Chris.
I mean, all over. Yeah, the herb crema is gonna come back. Herb crema. It's crema.
Crema. It is crema. You're right. It is crema.
The crema.
I'm giving this like a 4.2.
Your lowest one so far.
Yeah.
the numbers throwing me off. The 3 is throwing me off. In the picture, put like 6 of those in there and get people in there. Then you can bait them in with that, and then sell them a 3 basket. But this 4.9. I'll give it a slightly higher, 4.9, because I'm curious, but.
I wouldn't want a slimy noodle inside of something deep fried. It just feels weird to me.
Yeah, not sure. All right, let's go to the next one. We got so we're staying in Pittsburgh. We also have a dessert in Pittsburgh, the fried almond tort. The funnel cake, batter dipped, fried, and topped with raspberry sauce, icing, and burnt almonds. Coming in here as a dessert category. Brendan's given 10s across the board to every food he sees. I think Brendan's just hungry. STG 1.4, get that out of here. Get out.
Is there anything? I'm confused. Is there anything on the inside of it, or is it just fried, like a giant log of fried dough?
I think it's just a giant funnel cake thing.
I don't know.
Once again, like funnel cake is already unhealthy enough, and then you deep fry it and add more stuff to it.
Well, isn't funnel cake already deep fried? Isn't that the point of funnel cake?
Well, probably, but like...
that's way too much funnel cake to topping.
It's very thick. Like, when you think funnel cake, you think like it's kind of lighter.
It's thin.
And it's like a blooming onion almost.
Yeah.
You just kind of grab a little piece and... But this is...
insane.
STG, why?
I burn the almonds.
Yeah.
Make sure the almonds are blackened.
They got it.
Almonds.
Doesn't look like a funnel cake. Yeah, I mean, maybe
this is a fried piece of bread with some crappy toppings on top. This is like a 2.1 out of 10.
Yeah, it's terrible. Oh.
Yeah, the burnt almonds. I don't know how good burnt almonds taste. Probably not my jam. I'm not a sweets person. This looks.
This is diabetes. Just like the Kansas City cake thing, it's diabetes.
And to be clear, that's nothing on that. In my judgment, is ever going to be related to whether it gives you diabetes or not. That's not on my rating scale. But this doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, this is a 2.9 for me. 2.9. Not digging it. It's a low grade for me, dog. Screw the diabetes, Scott.
Yeah,
Scotty's rating the food the right way.
We're going to a ball game. All right, we're going to a ballpark.
Give me all the beaties.
Brendan's acting like a cheerleader from the Reese's commercial. Give me a Reese's.
We got wrecked talking about diabetes when on stream he shoved like 8 hot dogs in his mouth.
Hey, that's not diabetes, and 2, it was 10.
Are you sure? Was it 10? I don't even remember.
Diabetes comes from straight sugar.
Oh, well.
All right.
You put some ketchup on there.
Pittsburgh.
No, I did not.
Pittsburgh has not exactly come through.
No.
With the winners.
Here it's a great ballpark though. I'll give him credit for that.
But here's one final one that I don't know if it hits the mark. Chipped ham empanada. First of all, those are very thin empanadas to be filled with barbecue, chipped ham, cheddar cheese, and pickles.
An empanada is supposed to have like a. It's supposed to be like a dome.
It's supposed to be
what
filled.
Is this? It's like flat across.
SDG 0 out of 10.
This is like a taco shell that doesn't have anything on the inside.
Or like a pita bread.
And again, we're coming back, Pittsburgh, with the portion control. Where's if there's this thin, where's the rest of them? We're going back. Remember the balls only had 2 or 3? We had this thing, and now we have empty empanadas that should be filled with barbecue, chipped ham, cheddar cheese, and pickles. I don't know what the dipping sauce is. We have no idea what the dipping sauce. Probably
or barbecue sauce.
Barbecue.
Clearly, they don't even like this one because they took a picture from a mile away.
Yeah, they did not get a close up.
When I had to zoom in to get this picture, when I took the screenshot of this one, it's bad. Pittsburgh.
This doesn't. I don't want barbecue mixed with barbecue sauce with ham. No.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you put like, I don't know, pulled pork in there or something? Weird. Are they trying to do? No, never mind. I was like, no, I don't know what this is.
Pittsburgh dropped the ball.
Hey.
I think the sauce is the barbecue. I think the inside just has ham, cheddar cheese, and pickles. and then they give you barbecue sauce.
No, it's not for me.
Here's the
Why
question.
would that be?
Here's the real question. Of all the things we talked about with the Pirates, is it better or worse than the Renegade from last year?
You have to remind me what that was.
There's like a hot dog with like pickles and pierogies all over it.
This is probably worse. I would do the pierogies probably. The hot.
I gotta
I don't
find
think
it.
a pierogi belongs on a hot dog.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me look it up real quick.
Let's see. Cut them some slack. Pittsburgh apparently has low payroll for their food too. I mean,
yeah.
Pittsburgh foods. The more we saw, the lower the score went. That's a chip. It looks like a chip.
This is a 0.6 for me.
Okay, so I just checked. The Renegade dog was the hot dog, pot roast, mini pierogi, pickles, and onions.
At least there's substance to that.
That sounds disgusting, though. I don't know.
Empanadas are supposed to be
This just
thick.
looks sad, but I would eat it, and it'd probably taste better than that other whatever he just said.
Yeah, this is a 1 out of 10 for me. I'd try it.
I'd give it like a 3.
I'd try it.
I'd try it.
I'm a disgusting person.
I'm a disgusting person.
Or just like that one pizza guy that makes all the horrible pizzas and regrets his life.
All right. We're out of Pittsburgh. Let's get out of Pittsburgh, please. Can we get out of Pittsburgh? I mean, I'll go for their stadium. I will not go for the food.
That was like Pittsburgh's quarterbacks listed like through there. Just bad after bad after bad.
It keeps getting worse. The ratings keep getting worse for each one.
Rodgers.
So let's move on. We have, for all you vegans out there, we need to shout out the vegans who are going to the ballpark.
I'm with you, Scotty.
Eat before you go.
Eat before
Don't
you
be
go.
selfish. Don't take a whole stand and ruin it for everyone else.
Let's go ahead and see the pulled barbecue jackfruit. Vegan-friendly option in New York, featuring barbecue braised jackfruit on a vegan pretzel bun topped with coleslaw.
I'll take the empanadas over there. No. No.
Listen.
Vegan, anything is bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many of
0.5 out of 10.
How many people
0.5.
in this chat or out in the world has actually tasted jackfruit, I guess. I've
never heard of a jackfruit.
I don't know. I mean, Google jackfruit. It's kind of, I mean, it's not a normal fruit to be just consuming on a regular basis. It's not like a pineapple. It's not like a, you know, it's not a mainstream fruit. So I guess I just don't know I don't know the flavor profile of this. I'm kind of curious about it, which makes me intrigued, because if it's got a little, I'm with you, STG. If this tastes like pulled pork, I'll pass it. I mean,
so real quick, I love how the air quotes around pulled and not around barbecue. Like, obviously, it's not barbecue either.
Pulled barbecue. I mean, well, I don't know if it's pulled. I think it's just jackfruit. I don't know if, I mean,
yeah. The joke is it's not either of those things. You could put
so as a vegan-friendly option, if I was a vegan, I'd probably be like, yeah, this looks great. Like as a vegan, I would eat the shit out of this. I know we have a brother-in-law who was vegan for a long time, and the food that he ate was, it was bad. It was bad.
I've never. Yeah, like,
this looks better than
something vegan.
Yeah, this looks better than anything he ever ate. So. Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb with this one. And I'm going to give this one, I'm going to be fair. It's a sandwich, so it's easy to eat in your seat. It's easy to transport. But I got to grade it on a scale of a vegan. And if I'm a vegan and
No, you don't.
Scotty, we've seen our brother-in-law as a vegan eat some shit that we're like, what is that? This...
I have family that are vegans, unfortunately, as well.
So I'm grading this on the scale of if I was vegan and I went to a stadium and I saw this on the menu, I would probably give it a. I mean, I don't know the flavor profile again of jackfruit. I give it a 5.6. I mean, that's just strictly me not knowing.
So I have had a jackfruit pizza sandwich like this because I have and some were and aren't now from my family. So I tried to be nice one day and we ordered from this all vegan restaurant, and I think I got this is supposed to replace pulled pork, right? So I was like, oh, I'll try this out. I don't trust it to be good at a ballpark at all. It was okay. It wasn't as good as pulled pork, and I also think pulled pork, there's a lot of better barbecue options than pulled pork.
Yeah, pulled pork is not good.
And then this might be a hot take, but I'm not a big pretzel bun guy. I think they're overrated. I would much rather have more of a Hawaiian sweet roll bun where it's sweet than a salty bun. There's enough salt in what's inside of the sandwich. I don't need it to be even more slightly sweet bun, or not even a sweet bun. It could just be a regular bun. But I don't need, it just feels too much sometimes with a pretzel bun. So I'm not a big pretzel bun guy. So for me, this is a 4.4.
What's crazy?
That high.
What's crazy is the vegan outscored some of the Pittsburgh actual menu items.
Yeah, no, I'd eat
this. I mean, this outscored some of the Pittsburgh stuff. By the way, we have a couple comments in the chat. We got Black Market. We want the vegan brother-in-law to guest star. That will probably never happen. He wouldn't. If I were a vegan and only able to eat shitty food, I'd give this a 9. Okay. All right.
Roger.
I see that.
There's a lot to be said for the meat replacements that have come out with all these vegans that are ruining Earth.
I made a vegan chocolate cake with chocolate icing, and it tasted like dark piece of square cake that had zero taste. I'm a brioche or Hawaiian sweetbread man.
Brioche is good. It's a little too big, but it's good.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
All right. Let's go on to the next one. So shout out to the vegans there. The first vegan menu item we've ever reviewed, and it didn't dive bomb.
I'm surprised this isn't from a California team. They've probably had it for years.
Yeah, probably. Next up. Uh-oh. We got the Fiesta burger here.
Is there meat in this one?
You said no burgers.
This one's a challenge, and I'll tell you why here in a second. 6-ounce taco spiced Pat LaFrida burger patty topped with chipotle crema, Mexican cheese blend, spicy guacamole. They didn't hold on the guacamole. Tortilla chips and roasted salsa on a pan de agua roll.
What's the challenge?
How do you get a picture? And Rhett kind of pointed to this. How do you have a picture advertising a new burger and you can't see the burger?
That's exactly what I was.
Yeah,
that's problematic.
I can't
I
tell
like
at the
guacamole, but that just looks like guac. That looks like chips and guac in between a bun.
Yeah, it looks like I can't tell if that's chips or if it's the.
I don't see the patty.
It's tortilla chips.
I don't see.
I thought it was just this has messy factor. When I'm sitting in my seat, I don't want to get crazy messy. I mean, nachos is kind of like that. You get into nachos, you have that going on, the cheese everywhere.
But you have a tray.
But you have a tray, and this looks like a night. This looks like you take a bite and everything squishes out the back.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
100%.
I like guacamole, but why is there so much guac on this?
Yeah, that and the pico. You don't need that much pico, especially in a sandwich.
What is in the middle? Is that just a cherry? What is a little chili?
That's salsa, I think. and
Why
roasted
is it-
salsa.
It looks like a round shape, though.
Yeah,
It looks like
it's
a
probably just,
miniature
like-
tomato.
It's probably just like a slightly larger tomato than normal.
This
Larger?
one,
Like larger tomato peas, like tomato chunk than
It-
you normally see in pico.
my issue with this one is
There's a
one
lot
that
of issues.
the messy factor. Can I what is going on with the photographers who approved the look of this and the look of some of the others? We've seen some like, this is their job, right? To like, hey, I need you to make something. Did
It
this
makes it better.
this made like, if I was a photographer and I saw this that I was ready to take a picture for the people to get excited about, I'd be like, get me a new one. This looks it now. I will say,
This is probably maybe a former Met or something, but I don't know who Pat LaFrida is.
Yeah, I'll Google them real quick.
yeah.
Okay, so you don't either.
fact
so I
that
was like,
Rec
maybe I'm
doesn't-
gonna sound real dumb here.
The
But
fact,
who or what is that?
The very first thing I looked up is like the CEO of Pat LaFrida Meat Purveyors.
so it's because
Elite Level
STG
Butcher. Okay,
La-
I did not know. I've never heard of it. Never heard
LaFrida.
of it.
Well, here's the thing. Now this is even worse because STG's like, LaFrida meat is amazing quality, and you can't see it.
Can't see it.
There's no meat.
I question whether there's a 6-ounce patty on there, maybe 3, hidden under a mountain of guacamole.
Guys,
It's like size. I swear it's 6. I promise you, it's not
I don't-
3.
I don't see any chipotle crema on there. I don't see any Mexican cheese on this picture. I think they're lying to us.
the chipotle crema is on the right side of the bottom bun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I did see
that's
that, and I
it.
was like, maybe that's
Yeah.
that. But
Yeah,
Like it's
this is
like
this
on
is
the bun.
let's get a rating here. This is a challenge for me. With messy factor and just challenge of eating,
3.
4.4. I'm gonna go 4.4 on this one. Looks like a disaster.
I'm going 2.9, partially because I'm just so angry at the photo.
Part of me was like, do I punish the food for the photographer? Like, do I punish the food for and I don't know. I don't know what the answer is.
Or at least what they could have done, they could have taken off the top bun so you could see exactly what was all on top of it, get a better look.
You punish the package. By the way, he's an elite level butcher. Shake Shack uses his meat. Yeah. Okay.
I like Shake Shack.
Okay. Well, if it tastes, I'm sure it tastes better than it
You
looks.
won't even taste that 3-ounce burger in there.
I'm sure it tastes better than it looks. All right.
Maybe, but still sucks.
All right, we're gonna come back to the next one here. We're gonna go to the Philadelphia. We have this one here, a dessert, the red velvet affogato. Red velvet
Nothing
affogato, which is red velvet cookies, vanilla ice cream, and espresso for all you guys who need to get.
Like that's something you get after like a fancy meal. Like
So, I will tell you, when I went to Europe, when I went to Italy for that time frame that I was, in Florence, they have a place that does affogato, which is it's not ice cream. They over there they have gelato. It's a difference in it's kind of different. You guys know if you've had it. It was delicious. It was so good. It was amazing. The problem here is this is ice cream. I think it'll still taste good. The espresso. The cookies look basic though. I mean, they're just basic cookies. It's kind of like a throw-in. Like what you're just throwing in some random cookies that are just there.
and
So-
it's gonna cost like $15.
Yeah. I guess it's just not
Does it come on a nice plate like that with a nice
With a-
glass? And does it do you get the little
the
thing
gold
to pour the
spoon.
espresso?
you get the gold
the
spoon.
gold spoon, and do you take an espresso with you to pour it in?
I don't know if
I'm
they
gonna
do
guess
it.
not on the pouring of the espresso. and it's coming in a plastic cup.
It's probably.
Oh, no, they probably just pour it in for you.
That's what I mean. Yes.
Yeah.
It's not coming with you. Yes.
I don't doubt that this is good though. This again, affogato. When I got it, is it compared to Italy? Probably not. It's going to be stadium ballpark affogato. But this might be one of my higher desserts that I've rated today. This is definitely better than the other two that we've rated. The blue pie thing, and then this the random burnt almond
log of funnel cake.
I'll give this a 6.7 out of 10. 6.7 for me.
So I'm not a huge dessert person, but I love like coffee flavored desserts.
You would love this.
That's one of my favorites.
You would love it.
So I do think I like this. And it's hard to tell if the cookie's good, but a red velvet kind of actually sounds interesting with this combination to me, where like you could add in a little something. So I don't hate the cookies with it. Give it some more texture and make it more like almost like cake like with the coffee or the espresso. So I agree, this is the best dessert for sure in my opinion that we've seen thus far. I'll probably go 7.4.
7.4. I like it. Rec.
I'm not really big red velvet person, not a big coffee person, so I'm gonna be a lot lower on the scale. And it's probably gonna be overpriced as hell because it has red velvet in the name and an affogato. So I'm probably more towards a 4. Were you listening for your kids, Scotty?
Well, I thought I heard something, but I think it might have been like a siren, which we don't get a lot of those in Lone Tree. I think it might have been a siren, not my own children, or my children sound like a siren.
Or you're in trouble.
I mean,
You're screwed. Have a nice day.
My son came down. I don't think he's fallen asleep. He came down here. That's why I had to leave briefly. I don't think he's fallen asleep yet.
You know,
Had to take him back up, and then I just threw him in my bed with my daughter's already there. So I had to sleep with both of them last night. I don't know. I might just choose a different bed tonight. Maybe sleep on the couch. And my wife's not even here. I'm going to sleep on the couch, and my wife's not even here.
And your children, and your children take over the bed, and you sleep on the couch.
Dude, if he can fall asleep, I would gladly trade that.
Just do what you got to do, man. That's all right.
Because not chairman's. I just was reading his name on the chat. Rex, your advice was absolutely disastrous, because if one of my kids is up, he's probably frustrated. He gets super frustrated that he can't fall asleep, so he starts crying. And guess what? That wakes up other children, Rec. And guess what? I don't want 3 assholes tomorrow. My kids are pretty good kids in general, but if you don't get sleep, kids are a nightmare.
Yeah.
I was pretty good when I was sleep deprived. I was a sleep deprived child. That wasn't horrible.
All right.
That explains a lot, actually.
Yeah, no, like I'm more of an asshole now when I'm sleep deprived than I was then. Like I would play soccer games on 0 sleep.
All right.
What?
You what?
Soccer games, like youth soccer.
On 0 sleep.
Yes.
Like you didn't sleep the night before at all.
Correct.
And now that's why you don't get up even today before what, noon?
It depends. Like usually, like it depends on like what's been happening recently. But now it's like 10, 11.
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
All right. Sorry.
Right.
It reset on me here. Reset on me.
Kyle's cutlets.
No,
we haven't done the cutlets yet.
No, we're coming back to it. But we are going to San Francisco first. We're going to San Francisco because we have a miso ramen and shoyu ramen. Now, to Chairman's point, this doesn't seem ballpark friendly. That's where I go with this one. This one's interesting, but let's describe them here.
Oh, I think he was talking about the dessert.
I know. He was.
Oh, okay.
But we're gonna go in and look at this egg noodles, seared tofu. So one of them's tofu, one of them's roasted pork. So the tofu marinated bamboo, roasted corn, carrots, scallion, wood ear mushroom, and bean sprouts in a miso broth. Now, I like miso. For all you, maybe, if you like tofu, this is your jam. The other one is egg noodle, roasted pork, bamboo, bean sprouts, scallion. Same stuff, except a soy sauce, and it's got some pork in it. So we're going Asian style with some ramen.
I can start here. I'm not a ramen guy, to be honest. I don't get it. It just feels I'm not a soup guy as a main, and ramen just feels like the Asian version of soup, and I don't get why people enjoy it. Like, it's not that it's bad. It's not like I would eat it and it'd be fine, but there's a million things I would rather have than ramen. So because of that, and because you shouldn't have ramen at a ballpark, and you definitely shouldn't have tofu at a ballpark, I'm going 3.3. Not a fan.
Yeah. What is happening? Why does this keep resetting? Yeah, I'm with you. As far as the ramen goes, it's not my jam. And to everyone's point, I think in the chat, I think it's there's challenges with eating it. There's also I like SDG what he says. When you go to elite level ramen, I'm sitting down, slurping noodles and enjoy. Can you imagine sitting next to somebody?
Yeah, somebody's
slurping noodles next to you while they're watching a baseball game.
This
it doesn't fit.
Start,
this is how things get out of control. This is how those barstool clips of people brawling in stadiums begins, is with ramen noodles.
I read a stat that 73% of fights are started because of slurping noodles in stadiums. I read it. True. It's real.
Yep.
If it's on the internet, it must be true.
Absolutely. Yep. How much weight are you putting being ballpark friendly? Just wondering if some of these dishes are actually served in restaurants within the ballpark. I mean, they
probably are.
They probably are, because then probably some of them are like club level exclusive, where it's like a little bit fancier, and they have specialty restaurant styles. Because that's what Coors Field has too, right? They have like.
Well, I think every ballpark.
Everyone does
food amenities on club level.
Yeah, so like they definitely hook it up a little bit fancier than probably most, but yeah. So I'm gonna give this one. I have trouble eating like a lot of Asian noodles and stuff at a ballpark. It just doesn't go with
just a bunch of broth
it doesn't go good. And then if you spill this, oh no.
Dude, have a nice day.
I mean, broth spilling all over the place. No, thank you.
And there's nothing. They didn't even throw out a spice factor. If they made it like spicy, that would at least help a little bit. But they didn't. There's no spice factor.
Well, it's because it's California. Northern California people are weak.
Yeah, I give this a 3.6 out of 10, just based off of I wouldn't order this, and it's just. The broth is spilling. It not at a baseball park. I'll pass. 3.7. I grew up on noodles. It's my survival food.
You just jumped from a 3.6 to a 3.7 within 5 seconds. So that was impressive.
Well, at least I'm somewhat consistent. I'll take it. I'll still eat the ramen over the empanadas. Man, Pittsburgh. What did you do? Pittsburgh catching strays after ramen. You know what I'm saying? At a baseball park.
And once again, Doc is not here to defend himself.
And first of all, Brendan gave his first non-10 score, basically.
He's been giving non-10s for a while now.
All right, next up, let's go to Seattle. I think Seattle, by the way, has one of the best. Like, I only did half of their menu items, and there's like a bunch of them here. So shout out to Seattle for throwing out some of the best overall just menu in general across the board. We're going to go through a bunch of them here. Starting with the ice cream nachos. soft serve ice cream. So it looks like you get chocolate and vanilla with thick, crunchy waffle chips, sprinkles, and caramel. Now, if you can execute strong on these chips, because we all know nachos, chips are everything. If I dig my chip into that ice cream and it snaps, you got to figure that out. But if you can execute on the waffle chips being strong enough to scoop the ice cream, I think this is a decent dessert, Scotty.
I hate this. This is an ice cream cone, Chris, except they separated everything out individually.
They call this
so it's more work. You have to dip into the ice cream. Then if you want some sauce, you got to pour the sauce on there. If you want some sprinkles, you got to pour some sprinkles on the chip.
Well,
I'm trying to watch a baseball game. Oh, is that the sprinkles? Those
it looks like
12 sprinkles?
Yes.
I mean, just get an ice cream cone, you idiots. Just get an ice cream cone. You can hold it in one hand. This I have to hold with one hand. I hold the bowl with one hand, scooping with the other. How am I drinking my beer? I can't. But guess what? With an ice cream cone, one hand for ice cream cone, one hand for beer.
You're getting a little heat in this one. So
I'm angry that anyone would think this is a good idea.
Chairman said, but you get a bite of cone and ice cream in every bite. And then SDG's like, I bet Scotty hates chicken wings for all the work you do for little meat.
I do not hate chicken wings. I do not. This doesn't make. This is stupid. This is stupid.
So you just don't like the concept of it, but you would eat it.
I get the reason they did it is because everyone likes nachos at a ballpark, right? So like, I get it, but no, this is dumb. This is dumb. Would I eat it and like it? Probably.
This is
but just get an ice cream cone.
We're talking about a deconstructed ice cream cone. Basically,
I rated a 1.4 out of 10.
I mean, to be
it's
fair,
a stupid idea.
To be fair, like you're getting ice cream cone, hot game, it's melting down your thumb by the time you take 2 licks.
Okay,
at least
why put a little something. Put a little something underneath on your lap, whether it's a little cup or bowl or whatever you got to do for the drippage. I agree. I probably wouldn't get an ice cream cone at a ballpark either because of that factor. But I'd rather have an ice cream cone than this disassembled ice cream cone.
You could always just like sit it on your lap when you want to take a sip of beer.
All right. The biggest question: do you like this more than the empanadas?
I might like the taste more, but I hate the idea even more than the empanadas.
So what?
I hate the execution of the empanadas. This is stupid.
You hate the execution of this as well.
There is no execution. They took away the execution.
If you could eat a regular nachos, you could eat this. And for kids, I think this is great. But actually a disaster as well.
That's getting everywhere.
That's getting everywhere. Yeah.
So the ice cream cone, to be fair.
It's a great concept for kids, but it's a terrible concept for the parents of the kids.
The only dessert kids are allowed to have at a ballpark is like Dippin' Dots or ice cream in a bowl. That's it.
And even then, that's not all safe. That's not always safe either.
But it's much more safe than this.
I give this this is just ice cream and I like it. It's fine. Would I order it? Probably not. I wouldn't stay in line for this. You're right. There's a lot. You can get an ice cream in a cup. You get ice cream in a cone with the same kind of situation.
Cameron's like, yeah, if you're against this, you're against nachos. Because it's the same concept.
Are you against nachos, Scotty?
No, because there's no form of nacho I can get that's all in one piece. So that's the only option if I want nachos is to have that.
Well, you were complaining.
I can get and just like in one piece. This is like
wait.
Hey, do you want a cheeseburger? What if we did this? What if we separated the bun and the burger and all the toppings? Would you like that?
So crazy
question. What if
question.
Instead of a burger or a bun, it was tortilla chips or potato chips, and you just I don't get it.
Well, that's my question was, all right, so this is a deconstructed ice cream cone. What if you reconstructed a nachos? And what would that be?
I don't know how you would do that. How would you do that?
It would be
it'd be a tortilla. It would be a taco.
A taco. I mean, kind of a taco.
You got the tortilla with the tortilla chips, the meat, the cheese, whatever else you put on it. Veggies.
Nacho comparison is a good point. If you're against this, you're against nachos.
Also, most ballpark option nachos are not very good. Actually, you can get good ones, but you have to go the right.
Yes, Doug.
It can't just be like the chips with the cheese cup. That's not nachos.
Yeah, that's entirely fair.
Okay. All right. So, what did I give this? A 3 point something? Yeah, this is fine. I mean, I would. It's again. I'm not a dessert guy.
Maybe it would be a taco, guys. But listen, nachos have been around forever. This is unnecessary.
I mean, you could stretch it and maybe say this is a sandwich. I mean,
you can make it into a sandwich. Take 2 of the chips.
Take 2 of the chips.
Between sandwich.
What? All right. Wait. We just completely changed this dynamic here. You can make mini ice cream sandwiches with all of these, and you would just have tons of ice cream sandwiches. I mean,
you have options with this. As with the cone, you only have one option: is to watch it go down your thumb.
Just saying. I mean, you could get creative with this one.
I feel like most people have agreed with me, but on this one, everyone
I feel like
not seem to.
This is so far the most.
Yeah, I usually agree with you on food stuff. You're usually there.
This is the most polarizing food yet so far that we've rated. So
I don't even know if it's that polarizing. I'm the only one who hates it.
What's next?
Black Market says I want this to be amazing. Guys, your rating in the chat. What did you guys give it? Hurry. And then throw it in the chat.
We had some up top. We had a 10 and 9.5.
Oh, you guys throw it up.
10,
Okay.
10, 8.6.
Okay, so they got high ratings from chat. Okay, I'll take that. All right, we're hanging out in Chairman wants it right now. We're hanging out in Seattle for a while here. And we got some soup dumplings.
You didn't move the screen.
Oh, sorry. Hot and fresh steamed pork.
Wait a minute.
Little dumpers.
They're called little dumpers?
That's what
Hot and fresh steamed pork. Again, like, why are you having this at a ballpark?
This has got to be in a restaurant. This is not. They're not serving this as a stand. That'd be malpractice.
I maybe, since my wife loves soup dumplings more than any probably other person, and we go to a specific restaurant in Denver for soup dumplings. I have a special place in my heart for these. They're easier to eat than like the noodles and ramen. So I'll give these a little bit higher of a chance.
Until, Chris, you get to your seat and you take a bite and it's too hot and you have to spit it out everywhere.
Actually,
it's not so easy.
I think it might be the opposite. You get it, you're waiting in line, you get it, and then they cool off too fast, and then you got cold soup dumplings. The temperature is where this falters a little bit, because you have to eat those things depending on the day. You got to eat those things quick before they get cold.
Seattle. It's not like people are rushing in to watch their team score 2 runs a game.
I love creative copywriting, but this is so out of line. I will eat soup dumplings anywhere, anytime. 69 out of 10, says STG. Whoa, he's going big on it. STG loves his Asian, by the way. He loves his Asian food. He loves his ramen, his dumplings.
Specify, Chris. Asian food.
Yeah.
He loves it. Hey, maybe he's proud of his people. You don't know that.
I mean, maybe that too. But,
yes, sir. He loves it.
Listen. I went to the place with you guys a month or two ago and had those French onion soup dumplings. They were delicious. Enjoyed them a lot. Am I getting this ever at a ballpark? Absolutely not. No shot.
Yeah, like this is not.
Yeah.
You don't go to a ballpark and be like, I want dumplings.
Yeah.
That's not a thing.
So
that happens.
because I would never eat it at a ballpark, it's like a 4.1.
It's
Yeah.
like a 3.
Okay. All right. I can see that. That's fair. I mean, soup dumplings. I'm trying to imagine myself waiting in line at a concession stand for soup dumplings.
No,
But
you wouldn't.
And
You
not
wouldn't.
not an Asian concession worker in sight.
yeah, I would give
That's making those delicious soup dumplings for us.
Did we give this a rating yet? What was your rating, Scotty?
I gave a
He said
4.1.
4.1.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give this a 6.1. 6.1. The low end of a 6 scale.
I feel like you're just repping for your wife a little bit.
I maybe
Yeah.
it's a maybe I'm a little biased. I might be a little
Probably.
biased. But
Which is fine.
that's fine. I mean,
It's a
that's
3.
well. By the way, what and maybe we take into account too. What is well? Think about the next foods, and we've kind of been doing this a little bit, but how long does the line have to be that you would wait in for some of these? Because some of these, I mean, I would wait probably 10 minutes in line to get maybe a couple of the things that we've rated super high, right? So.
Well, there's
How
a
many
factor
people?
of how much
10
is
people
left in the
5
beer
people?
that I'm taking to the stand with, where then I can order. Can I finish that beer before
That's
I
true,
get
too.
up to the stand?
That's true too. And is beer sold at the stand? Because you would wait for that as well. It's a double.
I'm not going to a stand because it's so good. I kid, maybe.
I also hate the name of soup dumpling. All right, so let's go to the next one here. 10.
E.T.
This is a 10. Ichi Wings recipe for Ichiro Suzuki.
Ichi.
These are the ones that I guess he had in the clubhouse all the time. That he would have on hand. This is a 10 for me.
I like chicken wings, but like I want to know
Oh.
what all is like what the sauce is on it.
It didn't have specified ingredients for the sauce or like the spiciness, but I could see that they're well coated with flavorful
And
something.
sesame seeds.
Yes. So I'm a wings guy. Wings are my favorite food on planet Earth. This is a 10. If they look as good as that, this is my first 10 of the night. I'm in.
Chris, have you ever gone to? There's a place by my house. It's like Korean chicken.
No, but someone told me. Was it John that told us that they have good wings over there?
Well, I've heard their wings are really good and they're very, very crispy. Which maybe this is in a similar mold to that. I can't tell in this picture. And I before everyone just unloads me in the chat, I understand that Ichiro's not Korean. Nobody panic. I know.
Now you're racist, Scotty. Come on.
I know.
What do you mean now?
He's clearly Chinese. All right.
Jeez.
Oh my goodness.
But anyway, yeah. I mean, these are. I would like to know the heat level. I want my wings to be spicy. So like,
Yeah. Agreed.
I wonder how spicy these are. If they're not that spicy, then it's got to be a really good flavor. But either way, I like a good chicken wings, and this picture looks pretty legit. So I'm probably like a 8.8 out of 10.
Yeah. Asian and Asian flavored wings.
Yeah, it's probably like something like that.
Yeah, I love Asian flavored wings. So
Black market calling it soul food.
Hi-yo.
And yes, that is also in Korea.
Korean fried chicken wings is the next level for real.
Yeah, I gotta try that spot out. It's right by my house.
Here's a shocking truth for you. Japanese food is the least spicy of all Asian foods.
I can
Guess
see
I'm
it.
just gonna have to throw some extra spice on there.
Just get it spicy.
Just sneak in a ball of desert heat.
All right. So, yeah. I give it a solid
You
10.
gave it a 10.
My first 10.
You gave it 10.
10. Next up, still in Seattle, still throwing out weird stuff.
What the fuck is this?
We have a What Up corn dog, a blue honey battered corn dog with spicy crunch. I don't know what spicy crunch is. However, this is kind of it's a corn dog. And my question is, what do you dip it in? Because spicy crunch does spicy crunch need ketchup or mustard? A lot of people like to dip their corn dogs in those things. Does the crunchiness and the spiciness mix with sauces that you would dip it in? There's no sauce here on the plate. I don't know.
I think it needs a sauce. I don't think I would want it with the spicy crunch. I wouldn't want it to be ketchup or mustard. I'm not even sure what I would want it to be, but some sort of fancy sauce to dip it in that like might add a little flavor to this. This sounds a little boring.
It's a little gimmicky. This is the gimmicky one, right?
Yeah.
Black market. I want spicy crunch, quote unquote, to be on the ingredient list. Yes. Yeah, this is crazy. I don't know. This is just a corn dog with just
that's way too much.
It's probably not even spicy. It's, to be honest, it's probably like they dyed the spicy nacho Doritos or something that aren't spicy at all. And it's just a waste.
Yeah.
Cool Ranch Doritos.
I'm
not a huge corn dog guy either.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fine, but I would rather have a regular hot dog with toppings than a corn dog.
Yeah, exactly. This is completely unnecessary.
This is I think this is a 1.8 for me.
Yeah, it's like a 2, maybe.
I wasn't going that low. I was all right. I'm gonna go like a 3.8.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's like a 2 or
I wouldn't. I don't know if I would get this. If the only difference from the only difference from a normal corn dog is spicy crunch. I mean, it's kind of like
honey.
You usually don't
battered.
And you usually don't eat a corn dog hoping to get crunch.
Chairman, I tried on St. Patrick's Day. I was kind of looking at the picture too, and I'm like, is that blue or is that green?
It's both. It's blue-green.
When you mix blue, wait. When you mix blue on the background of yellow, ipso facto, color combinations, green.
Moving on.
And next, all right, the next one is basic here. The next one is basic, but I just want to get thoughts because it's not something you typically see in this venue.
Basic,
it's very basic, and you know what this is. It's a turkey leg. Would now I know turkey legs are kind of, for me, a little overrated. They look always better than they taste, right?
Always,
because you see the Renaissance Festival, or you go to like a state fair, and they have the turkey legs, right? And you like, man, that looks so good. Until you get one, and it's just like, meh. But would you eat it at a ballpark? And this is, by the way, in memory of King Felix, because they have the King's Court turkey leg.
Ironically, King Felix Hernandez has never had a turkey leg.
That's
his life.
That's true.
I'm just guessing.
That checks out. Turkey leg. I mean, this is just more of a. We know what a turkey leg is. It's not any different. I'm just curious. Would you eat a turkey leg at a baseball game?
No, I don't. I don't even really want it on Thanksgiving. I eat it because there's not much good with the turkey.
And we've talked about Thanksgiving and how
overrated it is,
and turkey's overrated. It's always hard because you're right. I look at this picture and I'm like, that looks good. That looks really good. Like, it looks crispy.
And they wrap the handle too, like
it's juicy, probably.
And one of my best friends, Brian, loves turkey legs. Like, when he goes to like outings, like maybe not a ballpark, but like festivals or anything, or like years ago we went to like Disney World or whatever. He was like, I have to get a turkey leg. That was the only thing he cared about that day. He could have rode 0 rides. He just wanted to
give me a turkey leg. Give it to me.
I am just not huge into turkey. I don't ever get a turkey leg, even if I see it. So 5 out of 10, just right in the middle. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it works at a baseball game. Like, I know they don't usually serve it, but like, you just gnaw on that with, one hand.
Just dogging it. Let's just gnaw on it. Like,
I mean, it might be gross for the people around you, but fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah. You just have like if your whole row just all of a sudden the cleanup crew comes and there's just a carcass, like a full carcass of a turkey just chilling under your seat. Like,
listen, if I have one person to my left that's gnawing on a turkey leg and one person to my right that's slurping on some ramen, I'm punching the person to my right.
Bruh.
Punching the person on the right.
Can you I could imagine, like, can you imagine? That's like being sat in, like, in an airplane seat in the middle with like a stinky dude on your right and a massive dude on your left, and it's just like you can't do anything about it. And then slurping and gnawing, man, that would be. Can you? Wow.
This is what if you go on a Mariners game, that it could happen to you.
Also,
could.
Also, the thing, obviously, like turkey's known for like putting people to sleep, and so is the Seattle Mariners offense.
Hey,
there we go.
Maybe that's why. Maybe they wanted it fits the theme of what's going on in Seattle.
Maybe they have a sleepover that night at the ballpark.
Yeah,
Everyone just sleep in your seats.
The game is going to end 2-1. You're going to forget you were ever there.
That's hilarious. Yeah, there you go. By the way, I don't know. Do we have anybody? We're streaming live on YouTube, and I don't see anyone outside of Brendan chilling in YouTube. So, but we're over there too for all you guys. And if you guys are just watching this, enjoying the content and having fun with us, watching, looking at all these different foods, hit that follow button. We do this. Well, not this specifically, but we talk a lot of food on the channel, but we talk a lot of sports as well. Hit that follow button so you know when we go live, and we will
also talk about hot dogs being a sandwich.
Hot dog. We debate sandwiches here too. Don't worry. Speaking of sandwich, we're going to LA for the Chicken Katsu Club. Chicken Katsu stacked on buttery Texas toast. Kewpie mayo. I don't know what that is.
Sounds like cow pie.
Q pie.
I mean, I don't think it's cow pie, but it makes me think.
Creamy avocado, arugula.
Probably tastes like cow pie.
Not a big arugula guy. Tomatoes, smoky applewood bacon. So this is kind of like a club sandwich, but you have like so chicken katsu, if you don't know, is like basically fried chicken. It's like an Asian style fried chicken.
Which means STG is going to rate it
Which
high.
means STG's got it a 10. that checks out.
I didn't even look at it. I didn't even
It's
look.
apparently Japanese mayo. Japanese. I don't know what
Japanese.
that means, but it's Japanese.
I'm not going to lie.
Chat and I knew he had a 10.
I'm not going to lie, STG. Without you, we would have no idea on some of these Asian details. I love Asian food. I do. This is a sandwich. It fits handheld for a baseball game, so I love that aspect of it. When I worked at a Hawaiian barbecue, they had chicken katsu on the menu. I ate the shit out of chicken katsu, and I loved it. So
bet you threw that cow pie mayo on that shit.
I did. If we would have had it, I would have. They did have like a katsu sauce, so I'm thinking like maybe I would have thrown a sauce on the side, maybe a dip or something. Maybe I don't know.
This has got mayo on there,
but otherwise, I think this is. It maybe doesn't look. It doesn't look crazy. Like it looks fine. I don't think the picture's doing a ton of favors here. Yeah,
it's not terrible, but it's the picture looks eh.
Yeah,
that Texas toast doesn't look very toasted.
No,
it doesn't look like Texas
the chicken
toast.
looks pretty thin.
The chicken looks a little odd colored with the green. The green is throwing off the chicken color, so that
they just stuck a stray bacon out the back left. I don't know where the rest of it is. It's like a tail or something. I don't know.
The tail of the sandwich.
But I'm not gonna lie. Chris, you can give a rating before I go.
Yeah, I would give this I'm going to give it a straight 7. I think this has some potential. The picture isn't doing it justice. I think it tastes better than it looks. I'm giving it a straight 7. Even.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I like a good just chicken, bacon, avocado sandwich in general. Like those three combined, I enjoy a lot. Whether it's grilled or fried chicken, doesn't matter. I like that combination of the smooth avocado with the crunchy bacon and the chicken. It's good. I would like maybe some cheese on here. Maybe I missed it. Some cheese would be good. Maybe not. Maybe just lettuce instead of arugula. Let's not make it.
Arugula is a choke. If you guys like arugula out there, I'm sorry. Arugula is not
arugula,
good.
But it feels unnecessary here. And then a little Asian style chicken. Like, this sounds pretty good to me, actually, if they execute it better than this picture. So for that reason, I will go 8.2.
8.2. Wow.
I really like a good chicken bacon avocado a lot.
Wow. Okay, I learned something new about you today.
It doesn't need cheese, but I wouldn't hate cheese on there.
that was the surprise rating of the night so far. I wasn't expecting an 8.2.
What'd you give it? I wasn't listening.
I gave it a 7 flat.
7.0.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think it tastes better than it looks in the picture for sure. I'll give it. I feel good about a 7. I would wait for it.
Let's just make sure we toast that toast. Okay, guys.
Everyone.
I'm sure all the Dodgers concessions workers are listening to us.
Obviously.
Right toast that toast.
All right. So let's move on now. I said I wouldn't do some crazy, it's got to be crazy for me to throw hot dogs on there. And I think we did this one last year, but this is a new variation, new ingredients and everything.
Another Renegade?
Is this like an 8-foot long hot dog or something?
We have the Sonoran dog, the new and improved hefty half pound Nathan's foot-long hot dog nestled in a buttery toasted New England roll, topped with ranch beans, smoked bacon, pico de gallo, drizzled with mustard and mayo.
When I think of hot dogs, I don't think beans.
It's Southwest. It's Arizona.
I'm fine with the beans. I'm a little confused by the mustard.
This, if I'm wearing, I need a poncho to eat this bad boy. You throw that thing in your mouth and everything falls off the sides and all over your pants. Definitely. It's a little. You get value, I'm sure, but the messiness factor is where I think this probably tastes amazing. The messiness factor, I think, comes down a little bit.
I'd swallow my pride and probably have to get a fork and knife. I don't like to do that with a dog.
And not only that, but it's the plastic. It's the plastic forks and knives, which aren't ideal. Like, you're gonna snap a couple of those bad boys.
It's not going great. The best part of this item is, in my mind, the buttery toasted New England roll. That sounds wonderful.
It's buttery and it's actually toasted, unlike the club.
And it's a New England roll, so that makes me think like a lobster roll type bread, which I think is fantastic. Everything else is fine. Again, I don't know if I'm going with beans and bacon and pico de gallo that I want mustard on there. I'm not even sure I want mayo. I want a sauce, but I don't know what I want. But not those. It feels like a weird
you probably
combination.
Want a chili sauce.
Yeah, like something not that. This is like a Mexican hot dog, and they're throwing mustard and mayo on it, which just feels weird.
Yeah, it's a little different. Maybe if this was nacho cheese instead of the mustard.
Ooh, yeah, nacho cheese.
They choked with they should have put nacho cheese instead of the mustard, and then the mayo. The cheese and mayo combo would be a little funky, but
you don't need mayonnaise. Mayonnaise
just
anyway.
Instead of mayo, it should be sour cream. That's what it should be.
That's
the white sauce.
White sauce. So, all right. Here's what we're doing, Sonoran dog.
We fixed it.
We fixed it
for you, Arizona. I'll call you tomorrow.
You got there 95% of the way with everything on here. It looks great. I would give this 7.2. It would be an 8.2 if you substituted the mustard and the mayo for nacho cheese and sour cream.
Yeah. I'm going to give this a 6.9 because it reminds me of myself for some reason.
It reminds you of yourself?
Bruh.
Explain.
Don't explain.
Yourself.
Do not explain.
I mean, if you don't get it, I can't help you, Rack.
Daddy, chill.
I can't help you if you don't get it.
That motherfucker back there is not real.
No, it's not. We're not doing this. All right, there's the Sonoran dog. It got good ratings in the chat. 6.8. We got an 8 out of 10.
Another 8.
STG says, I'm really starting to question the photographers, these Instagram stars who take 30 photos for the right one. Yeah, it's like, I don't know what's going on. Need to vet these photographers. That's for damn sure.
I mean, if these people need photographers, I've done some stuff like that before. I can do this.
Black market. How is Arizona using New England rolls and Boston selling tacos? You got to.
They gotta mix it up.
You gotta
mix it up.
They're over. They have too many. The lobster roll thing in Boston is done. It's too. They're used to it up there. They need a fresh. So they went to the Southwest. Vice versa. You know, you got to mix it up. Let's go ahead and get to the next one here. The Chicago Cubs coming in with the next sandwich.
What is this called, Chris? Is this jibarito?
Jibarito sandwich.
Yeah,
Juicy roast beef.
You gotta roll that R a little more, Chris. I'll work with you at it.
Jibarito. The sandwich consists of juicy roast beef, garlic butter, lettuce, tomato, garlic aioli, tucked between 2 smashed fried plantains. You had me until the plantains. Now,
why?
You don't need plantains to be the bun. What is the point?
This is gonna sell. I think they'll sell this 8 times this season.
8 times.
All because of smashed fried plantains on a roast beef sandwich. What are we doing?
What I mean,
what are we doing? What are we going to start putting pineapple on pizza too? This is insane.
You might.
It's a trap.
Yeah, it's interesting. I would try. I'm more curious than anything else because I've never had a fried plantain sandwich. All the ingredients inside the sandwich sound great. Black market. You and I are on the same page. Everything in the middle sounds great. Does the ingredients in the middle outperform?
Just go and ask them if you can have it in between a bun. Just a normal bun.
What would you rate it with the bun and what would you rate it with the plantains?
For me, with bun, it's probably like a 7.2. Without bun,
with plantains,
it's a 1.3.
Wow.
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's
I'm not trying to have a banana as the outer part of my sandwich. I don't want it. I'm not a huge banana's fine. It's grown on me. I didn't like it as a kid, but now it's fine and I'll eat it. But I don't. No.
I mean, banana flavored things for me in general are kind of just like banana flavored candy, banana flavored pudding, banana flavored I can't do banana flavored. But
now what is more dumb? Plantain bun or ice cream nacho?
Or those, what do they call, what are those other things? The non-filled empanadas?
I think the this might trump the ice cream nachos. Actually,
Empanadas.
Because you had a good thing going and then you just were like, fuck it, let's ruin it.
Let's put plantains on it. Why not?
You know what this sandwich is missing? Banana.
Hear me out,
And
guys.
Let's
Hear me
put
out.
on some strawberry jelly while we're at
Let's
it.
drizzled on top.
And instead of a tomato, just a slice of pineapple.
And in the chat, we got 9, 9.8, 1.
But this one might be more poor. I mean, we got some high. Yeah, we got some. Except
No.
I'm curious about this.
When you bite
one.
into a fried plantain, is the inside like really mushy? I would think it'd be mushy on the inside.
I don't.
Bananas
I've never
are mushy.
had.
I would
I've
assume.
heard plantain chips. Like there are plantain chips where it's not mushy.
I would assume
Yeah,
it's
but that's a
crunchy on the outside with the fried tech because it's fried. So it's
But what
crunchy
about
on the outside, and then
you can have
I don't
fried
think
things that
it'd
are
be-
creamy on the inside.
yeah, and I
Chris.
think that's
I
what it
don't
would be.
think
You think it'd be?
Because it's
I think it'd be a
because-
little mushy
the
on the
plantain
inside.
is. I don't think so because plantains are dried. The bananas were dried out, so they're a lot harder.
I would.
Just damn you, Cubs.
Cardinals fans be like,
I'm curious about this one. I would give this a 5.3. 5.3.
what would you give it with bun?
With
With normal
plantains,
bun.
5.3.
With plantains, 5.3. With a bun, 7.9.
I just love the complete drop off. What Sky is it? Like, yeah, it'd be about like a 6 something.
He's like, it's a
No,
9
said-
points.
I think I said a 7.2 and a 1.3.
This is the biggest
almost 6
discrepancy.
points. That's amazing.
Okay, so there we
What's
go.
next?
All right, next we're staying in Chicago.
That's not a burrito sandwich.
It's not, but this is something different. So just forget the name. I was doing this at work today. These are, but the description's correct. These are crispy puffed flour tortillas topped with carne asada, lettuce, tomato, sour cream, cheddar, jack cheese, cilantro, and a lime wedge. These are basically street tacos.
Yeah, that's all they are. The street tacos.
or kind of like a tostada.
Or like
If you
little,
put,
yeah, maybe
like,
tostadas.
certain, like depending on what you put on top. But
Yeah, these seem, you get 2 of them. They look good size. They give you some lime wedges to squeeze on top. I think these are handheld. They fit a baseball park.
they're fine. I just don't think they're that innovative, but they're fine.
True.
Yeah, like they're good. Like, yeah, people would. There's not many people that wouldn't eat them.
I'll give this a solid 6 flat. 6 flat here.
Yeah, it's like you'd
It's
eat
good.
them, but you're not waiting in line.
I wouldn't
You're
wait
not
in
waiting
line for this.
an hour
No,
to get it.
no.
I'd probably go high. I'd probably go like a 7-1.
They're good. They're
It's not
basic,
regular
but they're
beef.
good.
You got a little carne asada on there. I appreciate that.
Yeah. I think it's just, I think it's very standard. Very, very, they didn't really go out of the box.
It's a taco with a deep fried flat shell.
Yeah, flour tortilla, crispy puffed flour tortilla is kind of what separates this from a taco, normal taco. So,
Crispy puff.
all right.
Doesn't look that puffy.
All right, we're going crazy with the
I'll
next
leave
one.
that to-
Not crazy.
I don't know how to go about this next one. Let's just dive in. The Paradilla board with
Can't even
Real
tell what that
expensive.
is.
literally it looks like they just threw a bunch of meat on a board and was like, go. This
Is
is
it
they-
even on the board? Is the meat even on the board? It
No,
looks like it's off the board.
It looks like the board is separated from the table.
It looks like they tried to make it into like an animal shape or something.
This is.
It looks like
definitely
if you look to the left, it looks like an anteater.
this
That's the head of an anteater or something.
But like this is definitely something you get in a restaurant. There's no way in hell you're taking this out to your seat. There's no way. In
this
hell.
consists
Well,
of
There's
a
You
tray.
could because you have
potato.
it's in Miami, so you have the whole section to yourself.
I mean, fair.
yeah.
Entirely fair.
This is a board of grilled steak, chicken breast, sausage, smashed potatoes, roasted vegetables, chimichurri. Like they just threw it all on a plate and just said go. They didn't care about the look of it. They didn't
Like,
care
I
about
could go to Texas Day Brazil and get that like one at a time.
what is
and not
this.
just all matched up in one spot.
What does this cost? First of all, like what is this massive plate? You would share this with like 3 people, 4 people.
Yeah, there's
I don't
no way
think this
in
is
hell.
I don't think this is for an individual. Based
Yeah,
off
like
of-
there's a lot of things.
what an awful picture. I can't even tell where one meat ends and one other meat begins.
It's just this is wild. Doubt Miami will sell many of those since they don't show up. Nobody shows up. Description makes it sound like a 10, but too many sauce. I mean, I'm a sauce guy, so I appreciate the sauces.
Oh, I'm fine with the sauces. I'll try them all.
It also looks like the background is like you're in an aquarium.
I'm a
Like, I know
person
it's the
that
Marlins, but still,
you can never have too many sauces.
that's
never.
a lie. That's a lie.
No, like dipping sauces, because I'm gonna try them all. I'm gonna try them all. Mix up the flavor profile a little. Go back and forth. Change it up. Mix it up.
I just think it's wild how they just threw a bunch of meat on a tray. That's just that's just throwing me off.
With some roasted vegetables.
Like the vegetables, like it just looks lazy. Like I mean, throwing
Like again,
toss some vegetables in there.
Like it's something that you get at like a high-end restaurant, and it's more like there's more structure to it.
Now, I'm sure the taste is it looks great. I would eat everything on this tray. I'm challenged with this. Like it's like a Thanksgiving dinner just thrown out all in one thing.
That red pepper is just throwing me off for whatever reason.
And it doesn't even look like it's as roasted as the others.
It hasn't been roasted one bit.
Like, who are these photographers, bro? Like I'm just telling you, like, who are the photographers of these that are approving? Like, if they brought this to me, I mean, the photographers are taking L's. All on all of these. It's crazy.
I can't not see a face on the left side. Like it's an animal's head, and then the sausage is like a leg. The sausage right to the right of it is like a leg. Just hanging out there. Could be a like a dachshund.
A dachshund.
Just a carnivore
wiener
plate.
dog.
That's the fattest dachshund I've seen, and I've seen some
fat dachshunds.
Yes, I've pet sit for one morbidly obese dachshund.
Not that fat.
That
You
looks
sure?
All right,
like the stomach almost touched the floor.
Let's get a rating.
I don't even know how to judge this one.
I don't know how to judge it either.
I don't understand it for a ballpark. I don't. And then you're like all sharing it. The
grease
again,
and
that's
how are you?
That's something.
You pass
I'm
this?
gonna give it a 5.3 because I would like all of that food, but I just don't understand it at all.
But you wouldn't do that at a stadium. No,
I wouldn't. Maybe that's too high. Maybe I'm too high at 5.3. I'm probably am.
Like the flavor profiles, the sauces are there. Everything else about this is just a big question mark. Like, what's happening here?
It's like there's one question for all of it. It's just why. Nothing else. Just why.
I'm gonna give it a.
You got 3.5,
5.8. 5.8 for me. The food, the food is probably tasting fine. The shareability.
That's got to be in like a restaurant.
And then you gotta
that's what I was saying earlier.
And then you gotta
like
ask for extra plates. Can you give me an extra plate? Then you gotta. How are you gonna cut it? And I mean, are you just gonna freaking gnaw on it? And like, you need to cut these things up. Like
if you're taking that out to the ballpark, like actually out to a seat, what do you do?
And you gotta execute.
You start to notice one of your friends is eating a little more of the meat than their fair share, and you're like, now you're pissed off at your friend. Like, dude, chill out.
And then you gotta.
Down a little.
It's grilled chicken, grilled steak. I mean, are those gonna be dry? Like, there's some
and again,
room for error.
Same thing we were mentioning. Same thing we were talking about with the dumplings. Like depending on like where this is, it could just be cold when it comes out,
or dry as fuck.
Like I'm gonna like I love all kinds of different meats. I'd be okay with this, but this is gonna be a 3 just because of the singing. It does not fit.
Ugh. Yeah,
you're right.
You're right. Can I change mine? I feel like the execution on the meats is probably going to be tough to execute.
It's not going to be good.
I'm going to give this a 5.1.
Like I said, like if I'm going to Texas State Brazil, hell yeah, I'll eat this. If I'm going to a ballpark, no. Why?
Yeah. Well, where this has everything, the next one I couldn't find a description. So we're and this is true. I didn't find a description. I looked everywhere for this. But New York has a Jamaican beef patty. I don't see any beef. This is where's the beef? like where? Like
it's
where?
Like that burger.
It's like the burger. Like, why are they hiding the main ingredient, the main star of it? But this is a Jamaican beef patty. That
you know what this looks like? It looks like the empanadas from Pittsburgh, but they put too much stuff in and couldn't close it.
It's the opposite of the Pittsburgh empanadas.
Exactly.
It's an exploding empanada that
it's too much stuff.
But all they put in there was what the fuck?
It looks like
cabbage,
cilantro,
Onions, maybe
a sauce, and some beef inside this like kind of bread. This
I
like
don't know everything that's in it, so 2.5 out of 10.
yeah, and
2.5.
these another
if it doesn't tell us, if they don't tell us anything, we don't need to say much about it.
and another photographer L for not showcasing the main ingredient, beef. I'm giving this 3.9. I'd eat it.
0. I'm giving it 0. I'm just angry. That's not even that big of a thing. You can't show the beef in there. No, 0. Don't show us a Jamaican beef patty that doesn't have a beef patty.
Who knew Sky would get so triggered on this show?
0.
Oh, Jamaican beef patty! What are you doing to us?
That is cabbage in between with a sauce. That's cabbage with a sauce in between an empanada shell.
It's like they're telling us I promise there's beef in there.
My detector test determined that was a lie.
And there's no beef. New York doesn't know how to show beef this season. Yeah, they can't.
It's funny, like all these are supposed to be comfort foods, and Sky is the exact opposite of.
It's getting him hot and bothered. He's got some fire in his belly.
The biggest part of that comfort food right there would be the beef. And it's not there. So I'm not comforted. I'm appalled.
And what's crazy is there's no descriptions of this anywhere. I went to like 5 different websites, could not find it. All right, we're sticking in New York. This one's a little bit different here. We got some assorted dumplings. Now
very helpful.
I don't know what these are weird. Are they fried dumplings? But they have buffalo chicken, 3 flavors.
They look more like
kind of look like pizza rolls.
I thought they looked like fortune cookies.
Yeah, but, they're from Brooklyn Dumpling Shop that has a spot there, but they have buffalo chicken. So you're mixing the fusion of American buffalo chicken with Asian dumpling.
Wagyu beef.
You have a kung pao chicken and a Wagyu beef. Served with ranch, spicy aioli, and dipping sauces, which it looks like you get a handful of them in here. You get the dipping sauces. They're easy to eat. You carry them to your seat. There's not a lot of mess. There's some intrigue with this one. And they got good flavors. Buffalo chicken, kung pao chicken, Wagyu beef with the right sauces. So, this one may redeem what we just saw with the Jamaican beef sandwich. Yeah, presentation is still not great, right? I mean,
it just looks weird. But I agree. I think it's a pretty good flavor profile combination. Then you get ranch and spicy aioli to dip those in. I'm probably going like a 8.4 out of 10.
8.4. Yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Now,
those look legit. Now, am I getting? They're pictured 4. I'd like there to be 6 in there. 2 of each, please.
Yeah. Exactly.
2 of each.
if there's 2 of each and you get 6 of them, I agree. This is a solid one for me. This fits a lot of what you would want. It's quick, it's easy, it's clean, it's shareable. You got everything, all the elements of a perfect.
Now, I wonder
if I get that giant box and there's just 3 in there, I'm gonna take it back.
I mean,
I'm gonna take it back.
This isn't Pittsburgh. This isn't Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm just wondering real quick if it's if you get all of them in one box, or because it's 4 in the picture, you get like. You have your choice to buy the 4 buffalo chicken or 4 kung pao or 4 beef.
No, I want a variety pack.
This is
a variety pack.
Yeah, if you could pick,
just because they show 4, that's the only reason why I question that.
Yeah, I think. Well, there's one behind. I think there's one on underneath that top one.
Maybe.
So there's 5 total. I think
5. Yeah,
it's in the shadows there. So there's 5 at least.
Yeah, maybe the 6.
You found Waldo, Chris. Well done.
I did. I'm telling you, I can see it. I can see everything. Yeah, I give this a 7.9. This feels really good.
SCG's keeping more track than I am. Is 8.4 my second highest? Then I'm
feel like
wrong.
you had like 8 something.
You gave
I've had several 8s.
You gave out a 10.
Yeah, you gave out a single 10.
Single 10.
Yeah. But I've had other 8s, but I don't know where on the 8 spectrum they were.
Yeah, you're probably like 8.2, 8.4.
You gave the 10. I gave the 10 to the Wings.
My 10 was the Z-Man.
Yeah, Scotty said
the KC
I think it was an 8. I think it was like an 8.8 on the Wings.
Yeah,
so that was higher.
Yeah. You gave a pretty high score on the Wings. But yeah, you gave the barbecue Z burger a 10. All right.
Get your facts straight.
Yeah, get your facts straight.
So get your facts straight.
Let's go ahead. Get them straight, SGG. The next one is. I mean, this will be easy for both of us, Scotty. The Legends Lobster Roll with lemon aioli served with Lay's potato chips. The potato chips, just a throw in add on. It's just a throw in. We're not rating it. Item. We're not rating it on.
Well, but to be fair, if you're paying for a lobster roll, give me some fries, okay? Don't cheap out. Don't cheap out with Lay's potato chips.
It does feel like a throw in. It does feel like a cheap, we got to add something to this.
Then just throw in French fries,
or make them like kettle chips. Make them fancier. You know what I'm saying? Make them like the legit kettle chips. And I mean, Lay's potato chips. Let's step up our game a little bit. I'm allergic to shellfish, but if I could eat it, 8 out of 10. Lobster rolls are incredible, and you don't have to worry. I mean, this fits a lot of the profiles. I would wait in line for this. I've paid a lot of money for lobster rolls, and it's always usually worth it. Now, Stadium Lobster, not sure how consistent it's going to be, but if it's good, this is an easy 9.1 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I love a good lobster roll, and I've had some that aren't as good. And then it becomes a disappointment because it's obviously pricey.
There's a high standard.
I bet it's $35. I bet this is in New York. I guarantee it's more than $35. I bet it
for the Yankees. Yeah,
it's probably like 50.
Chris, you can get a lobster roll at Coors Field in club level.
Yes,
you've probably never been there before. No, I'm just kidding.
hey,
I'm joking.
I got season tickets, club level, son.
You do not.
I do not.
I did not tell OC, so obviously not.
That was a lie.
And it's from a restaurant in Denver called the Main Shack. So it's outsourced. So it's not like Airmark's doing the lobster rolls.
And the Main Shack is incredible. I've had their brown butter lobster roll is through the roof, out of this moon, out of the planet, over the moon, you name it. It's incredible.
I have questions about this one. Is it served chilled? Is it served warm? It's lemon aioli. But is it like
this?
I would like some warm butter to pour on it. Maybe I have questions. But if it's a good lobster roll, it's probably like a 9.2 out of 10 for me. But I bet if I had that, I would not rate it as a 9.2. It would be lower.
Yeah, baseball park. Yeah, it's going to be probably a little less, but I assume it's cold. It's going to be cold probably with the lemon aioli and everything. I think it's.
I prefer a warm lobster roll, and that's a little untraditional, but that's what I prefer.
I normally would be on the same boat as you, and I love warm lobster rolls. I had one when I went to Boston, my last work trip with my last company, and I got a cold lobster roll. So good. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did because I was traditionally like the warm lobster. So there we go. I don't discriminate now. All right. So 9.1, 9.2, if it's executed correctly, we'll take it at a Yankees game. At a ballpark. Price, on the other hand, you're paying out your ass for this. So just so you know. Next up.
And there's not that much lobster in the actual.
There's no way you're getting that much lobster. If you're getting that much lobster, it's a $50 sandwich. Just saying.
Well done,
Photographers
photographer.
did their job.
Finally.
The photographer here,
Finally.
the way he fluffed up those chips right next to it, the toasted roll. Yeah, there you go. Well done.
Yeah.
Finally, somebody who knows what they're doing. All right, I think we only have a few left. So we're kind of getting down the main stretch here. Home stretch, and we are going to
The Chessie.
the Chessie is
Sausage.
next. We have
Crab dip.
Baltimore, the foot-long Chesapeake sausage smothered with creamy crab dip, pickled sweet corn, fried green tomatoes, served on a soft pretzel bun. Pretzel bun comes back,
And
Scotty's
good
got
problems.
Scotty's taking care of some business.
I'm not interested. Like, I'm with Scotty on the pretzel bun. I don't need it. And if I'm ordering a hot dog, I don't want corn and green.
Well, I feel like there's conflicting flavor profiles here, right? Because we have pickled sweet corn with creamy crab dip. Does the
No.
crab dip and the sweet pickled corn do well with each other is my question. But then it's a sausage, Chesapeake sausage.
Which a hot dog is a sausage anyway, so it's a hot dog is what it is.
Yeah, maybe STG, you're right. Sweet and salty is what they're going for. Maybe a little sweet and salty with the sweet corn and the creamy crab dip with the salty.
I don't like it.
This is one of the more obscure ingredient lists with the sausage, and I have no idea what to think of this. This is the one that makes me feel like I don't know how to approach a score. I mean, pretzel bun, that's already a down thing for you. You're already down on
minus for me, along with pretty much all these combinations are also minus. So I might go negative.
Worse than the
Probably not, but I'm just angry at why you would ruin a sausage like this. I don't understand. Why are we putting crab dip?
because
With
it's Baltimore. That's
sweet
why.
corn and fried green tomatoes. And to be fair, I'm not a big tomato guy. I will eat tomatoes, but I'm not a big tomato guy in general. This sounds awful. This sounds gross.
Is this the
I mean-
lowest? I mean,
Maryland has they
What-
have to keep promoting their official state SCD crabs.
is this better than the empanadas?
well, and here's the thing. And then you have the word, what it's called, the Chessie. And I'm like, oh, so it must be like a cheesy dog or something.
Nope, it's about the Chesapeake Bay.
Yeah, stupid name because nobody cares about the
You
Chesapeake
misspelled
Bay.
cheesy, okay? And you forgot the
Yeah,
cheese.
They didn't even add an extra E and get rid of an S. Figured out. And well, you can do IE if you want to do a play on words or something. Like, mix it up, make it creative.
The Chesapeake. They should make the Chesapeake. Where
I'm
genius
appalled.
is.
I'm honestly appalled by this.
Is this-
Every choice they made was the wrong choice. I'm at a negative. Well, how many things? The sausage is fine, so that's fine. 1, 2, 3, and the bun is 4. -4. Every choice. was wrong.
-4.
Wow. Scotty is angry tonight.
Oh man.
Every choice is wrong on that thing. And you know that crab dip is just sitting out in the sun from the night
crab dip.
before in like a little metal canister at the stand, just
What it-
roasting.
Maybe it's artificial. Maybe it's not even real crab dip.
No, it's not real crab. We know it's not real crab, but that doesn't make it any less disgusting.
So Scotty's an empanada fan, even over this.
Yeah. Give me those empanadas over this.
Oh,
The problem with
For
the
sure.
empanadas was that they were tiny.
Yeah.
I want to say I would give this a decent score, but like, I don't know. This is one of those wild card type foods where you get it and you are praying that after the $15 you spent to buy this, it actually tastes good. And I don't think you're getting the return on your value with that. So
not even God himself with prayer could turn this into a good combination. I love you, Jesus. Love you, God. But that's impossible.
Maybe is this the way
God tried to tell you by letting you know what was on it before you got it.
Should they rename this
At that point, it's your fault.
Maybe they rename it as this.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
An idiot sandwich for being constructed the way it is.
What do you rate it, Chris?
Oh.
And would you wait in a line?
The corn throws me off. The corn
I wouldn't even work. I mean, that's an irrelevant question. There's no line for this.
There's no line.
I mean,
There's
Baltimore
no
is starting to get fans back. They actually have exciting players.
No, that's not. I'm not saying they don't have fans. I'm saying no one's in line for this.
And like sausages, it's not my jam from the personal standpoint.
Hot dog is a sausage.
I thought you were pretty into sausages. Maybe no. Never mind.
What are we doing? I mean,
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
I'm alone.
3.2.
Let's get this abomination off the screen. Now that Chris gave his rating.
3.2. I think it's a 5.4. I think everything is better than the empanadas. This SDG. All right. Now there was one more that we passed. Kyle's Cutlet. This is the last one of the night. It's Kyle's Cutlet in Philly. So this one, chicken cutlet sandwich topped with creamy burrata, crispy fried pepperoni and arugula. Not great. Drizzled with a sweet and spicy hot honey sauce and Lucio's bakery roll.
Lucio's.
Is Lucio's? I guess it's a famous bakery, maybe. 50 out of 10. Get in my belly. Love all of it. This one's blowing everyone up in the chat. Chicken cutlet sandwich. This one might be a winner going out. We went from 0 to hero in the last two sandwiches.
Is that why you saved it? Because you knew Sky would be triggered by the last one?
He might rate this one a 20 just based off of the fact he was so upset with the last one.
No, this might be a negative. No, I'm just kidding. I can't even figure it. Yeah, this sounds really good. I mean, chicken cut. I like it. I mean, I don't know if I've had burrata on like a chicken sandwich before, but I do like burrata. Crispy fried pepperoni, you gotta love that. Like that really crispy pepperoni that's in these days that are the little like cups, you know?
Yeah,
those are delicious. Arugula
is the worst thing on this.
Drizzled with a sweet and spice hot honey sauce. Like, yeah. This is probably 10 for me. This is 10.
A 10. Our second 10 from Scotty.
You like...
Ooh. Yeah, I'm with STG. The arugula was a choke. This is a 9.6. You lose 0.4 for making. I mean, whoever's idea it was to put.
I want to dip this into like ranch though. Can I dip it into ranch?
I mean, ranch you could dip in anything. I mean, the combination of hot honey sauce with the meats and the ranch.
Yeah, it needs a little sweet, like a little, you know. I mean, I know it says sweet and spicy honey sauce, and obviously, little, you know, the tang of the ranch would add a little something.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're trying to like appeal to this, like this something that Kyle Schwarber would eat. The last time they tried to appeal something to Kyle Schwarber, the Schwarberger with onion ring bun, onion ring bacon, cherry pepper relish, American cheese, burger, brisket, bun for $23.
I think it's kind of fucked up that they just keep calling out Schwarber's weight.
They just...
time after time after time. It's got to be Schwarber's, unhealthy thing. Like, come on, can't you name it after somebody else? John Kruk or something.
Is John Crick still alive?
Probably
Yeah,
not. That guy's got.
like what about like this is probably something more like Bryce Harper would eat. Probably more of Harper's alley.
All right. Well,
Like
that's
JT Realmuto.
yeah. That's the last one.
I think John Kruk is still alive. He's only 64. I would have guessed he's like.
Well, to Chris, he's dead.
Actually, wait. Give me one more. Give me one more. I think I have one more maybe. Hold on.
Oh boy. Is this something that's going to upset people again?
No, last one. Last one here. Let's see if I can find it.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Holy, it's under everything.
It's the picture you've had on the screen the whole time.
I know. And here we go. This is really the last one of the night. And this is a Houston chicken waffle sandwich.
So chicken and waffles.
Chicken
but
and
just
waffles in sandwich form.
Chicken, cheese, bacon, onion jam, chipotle aioli, and Belgian waffles.
This one,
I guess it is more fit for ballpark than when you normally get chicken and waffles, so I'll give him that.
This one's great.
SEG.
The only
question is how can I wrap my mouth around
this
it?
one.
I mean, hi-oh.
Good question.
Spicy.
Getting spicy, STG. I didn't know you were like that, but here we are. Let's go.
Jesus.
I mean,
Bruh.
but seriously though, serious. This looks incredible. Crispy fried chicken breast, pepper jack cheese, bacon, onion jam, honey chipotle aioli, 2 freshly made Belgian style waffles. The waffles consistency is important, but I think generally it's gonna you squish it down with the sandwich, you eat it. It's sweet and salty balance. You're right, STG.
I would like a syrup on the side, maybe like a hot syrup, like something like that.
I just want the butter,
or just double
Just
up
in
on the
case.
honey chipotle
Just in
aioli.
case.
Just double up on the honey chipotle aioli. Give me a side of the honey chipotle aioli, and I'm sold. This is my 10. My second 10 of the night right now. 10. I would eat this.
Yeah,
I would.
No, that's really good. That's really good. I thought we were ending with the last one.
Through it.
Now I have.
At least you.
Am I going back to back 10s? Maybe the last one I'll go to like a 9.7, and this is a 10.
Okay, all right. The arugula. You didn't dock it for the arugula. You made a mistake there.
I should have.
Yeah, mistakes were made. So there you go, guys. These are just, and there's more out there. There's a long list.
I feel like the Blue Jays had something. I gotta check.
Yeah, there's some more that and we could always go back and see. Actually, throw them in the Discord! ! Discord in the chat. Whatever we missed, throw them in the Discord. I want to see what we missed, and we can rate them in the Discord for all the ones that we didn't have time for tonight. But we're getting to the top of the hour, so
Oh.
And